Hi parents, welcome to Back to School Night. I'm sorry I couldn't be here with you, but I am traveling out of the country currently and I did not book the trip or else I would not have booked it for the first couple of weeks of school. But welcome, and I'm just going to go through a short couple little things about how this classroom runs. Most of this is laid out in the syllabus that you should already have or your student should already have. It should be in their binder. If it's not, then I can always give them another copy, and another copy is available on my Blackboard site. So a couple of things. We use an online textbook. We will be discovering that together because it is brand new this year. It has a lot of cool features, and one thing that I really like about it is that students can go in and view different lessons on their own time. They have access to the whole entire textbook, and they can go through and read ahead or reread, and I think that'll really help some of the kids this year. So some supplies that your student should be carrying every single day for math class is a pencil, their homework, and a 3-ring binder. We have binder checks in this classroom, so their materials need to be organized, and their binder checks is part of their grade. So we have a binder check every single unit test. The day of the unit test, they will hand in their binder, and I will check through their binder while they're taking the test. We are organizing all the material together, and I have let them know how to organize it, so it should be a fairly easy grade, an easy 100. For geometry, students need a compass and a ruler and a protractor. These can be, we have materials for them to use at school, but sometimes it's helpful for students to practice constructions while at home. It's a little bit of a tough concept, so having those materials at home would be a big help to review. But if students are not able to get those materials, they can stay after and use mine after school to be able to have the same amount of practice. For grading, 40% of their grade is due to their test scores, 30% of the grade is due to their quiz scores, 20% is classwork, and 10% is homework. So the quarters are broken down. 20% of their overall grade is due to quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4 are all 20%, and their final exam is also 20%. They do have a midterm in this class. It usually takes place during the second or third quarter, and that is worth 2 test grades, and it just goes into the quarter that we take it in. There are no retakes for the midterm. The grade stands as it is, same as the final. If your student does need to retake a test, though, then that is when they score below an 83. They can either stay after or they can come during a lunch to be able to retake it. All students do test corrections and quiz corrections. If they scored below a 100, it's going to be part of their classwork grades. It's important for students in maths, especially in these higher level math classes, to reflect on what they did wrong and learn from their mistakes so they don't make them again. And so that's why we have those test and quiz corrections. Talking about homework really quickly, homework is assigned every single night, even after tests and quizzes. So students should have something to do for math every single night. I try to make it about 20 minutes or less worth of work, and sometimes it's viewing videos and answering questions, and sometimes it's just completing a worksheet. So if your student doesn't have any math homework, then they might be lying. However, they could be telling the truth. They could have finished it during class. Sometimes we do have extra time, like extra 5, 10, 15 minutes. Sometimes I let them work on their homework. But they still should have some to do because I normally never really get more than 5 minutes at the end of class in order for them to do homework during, unless I specially plan out a section of my class period if it's like a lengthy assignment and I want to go over some questions. So students can check Google Classroom for any assignment that I give. I usually keep hard copies if they are absent with their name on them. So they can come in and pick up like a paper copy if that is what they'd like. They can also go online and print it out from home. I do expect students to try the homework when they are absent because most of the time it's review, so they probably already know it. If it's a new material, I understand if they are unable to complete it. So students can talk with a classmate if Google Classroom isn't working for some reason, but so far I think everybody's on Google Classroom and it's been working pretty well. So I do stay after schools from 2:30 to 3:30 every single Thursday. Some Thursdays I do not stay after for Algebra 2 or Geometry because I teach Algebra 2, Geometry, and pre-algebra. So that's 3 different classes that I teach, and sometimes it's hard to be able to help everybody and give everybody a good amount of attention when I'm toggling between 3 different subjects. So some weeks I'll be asking Geometry and Algebra 2 to stay after, and some weeks I'll be giving pre-algebra the priority. And I'm just going to be alternating each week depending on how many kids sign up from each different subject. So that is that. So how can you be involved? So what we're asking from you is to just check to make sure that your student is completing their nightly math homework, since they do receive that every single night. And just check in every once in a while. I send progress reports home pretty frequently, so be looking out for those. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, please email me at ethompson1@fcps.edu. ethompson1@fcps.edu. If you email ethompson, that's a different teacher. Please do not email her. She cannot answer any questions that you have for this class. So that is pretty much everything, and I hope you have a good back to school night. I'm sorry again I couldn't be there, but thank you for watching.